Hey, what's going on, everybody in Brotherhood Coaching? So I figure I'd talk about overcoming perfectionism. Maybe it's something that's holding you back with something you're working on, maybe promoting, putting on a new project, starting something new, whatever it is. Keep it simple. Overcoming perfectionism. I see a lot of people. Maybe they end up coming through with something. Right? We have a ton of idea people on this job, but very few action people. The people that are actually going to do the work and make things happen. Why is that? Because they want a perfect system, and I'm here to tell you that I still don't have a perfect system for things. I'm constantly evolving things, tweaking things. My expectations have changed, more simplified, more value based. I've talked about before doing an officer development program. The first one we started was just something it was more conference style, needed to work. Then it got a little better, and even to this date, like this year, we haven't done one. I'm trying to figure out a way to make it more regular. I have to get with our deputy chief for that. But I want to capture everyone. It shouldn't just be for new officers. That's just a small example of something. Even the way I do trainings, gets better and evolves because it takes more time, sets and reps and things. So don't hey, I'm not the best at this. Do something. Take a small step. Make small progress for it. It's just like working out. You can't expect to work out day one and lose all the weight you want or gain the size that you want. It takes time. You had to take a step, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you win a marathon? 1 mile at a time. Just take those small steps and make it happen, but keep it simple. A lot of times we'll overcomplicate something or have too many moving parts, and next thing you know, guess what? We don't take any action on it. I sat there and I think I described it in the book when we were doing our promotional ceremony, pinning ceremony, that I was listening to some of the chiefs, and they're talking about having fake badges for the first year, doing all this crazy stuff. I'm like, guys, let's just keep this simple so it'll happen. I said, the more complicated you make something, the more moving parts, the less likely it is you're going to follow through with it. So keep it simple. So I hope that helps you if there's something you're working on. But I don't know anyone that's perfect. I'll tell you right now, every single major call I run, fire, pin in, even cardiac arrest, there's something I would do different after the fact. I wouldn't go about the same way. Maybe I would do this because we learn from our experiences. And that's just kind of how this job is. So get out there, train, get your sets and reps in, and it's going to get better, but you have to start somewhere. And I'm seeing in the video right there, and I'll show you, there's my gi for jiu-jitsu. No one starts at a black belt, right? You got to get your time in. You got to do sets and reps. You're going to learn. But you got to take that first step, that first part of the journey with it. So don't let anything, if it's too big, make it smaller. Simplify it. What they say, keep it simple, stupid, right? That's kind of what I focus on stuff with and how things evolved with everything that I do. Start simple, and then you tweak it. You make it a little bit better. You maybe have more moving parts. I even look at Brotherhood Coaching. If you go to the website looks different than it did before. I started concentrating more on putting a podcast out there. I didn't do that overnight. That was a small progression. There's no way I would have done this day one of starting Brotherhood Coaching. It took time. It took me learning things. It took me doing some stuff that didn't work and then finding what worked and what I liked. But it all started with that small step. So overcome perfection by keeping things simple and just take that first step for it. That's kind of all I got for you guys for this video. If you have any questions, comment below. But I'm also going to put a link in this video for our training plan if you guys haven't checked it out yet. Once again, it's one of those things. It's a small step. It gives you something every shift to work on, and then you can develop your own style after that. Otherwise, take it easy and have a good weekend.